So, weiter geht's mit Genshin und zwar den hier Hangout-Dingern. Die Legenden-Quests, die nicht ganz Legenden-Quest-mäßig sind, aber okay. Also im Endeffekt, die Hangouts dauern genauso lange wie eine Legenden-Quest, wenn man alle Enden machen möchte, aber sie sind vom Umfang her etwas geringer. Aber im Endeffekt sind es auch eigentlich nur Dating-Sims. So blöd es klingt. Was im Endeffekt die ganzen Legenden-Quests für die ganzen Five-Star-Charaktere in letzter Zeit auch gemacht haben. Zumindest für viele. Die weiblichen. Ja, gut. Jetzt will ich mit Noelle weitermachen. So, Act 1, also was ist weitermachen? Anfangen. Und das Problem an Noelle ist, was ich schon sehe, die hat schon zwei Akte mit 12 Enden. Oh Gott. Also ich werde erstmal Akt 1 anfangen und durchziehen und dann mal gucken mit 2. Wobei ich bei Noelle sogar von allen fast am gespanntesten drauf bin, weil im Gegensatz zu allen anderen kam Noelle halt nicht einmal irgendwo anders vor bisher. Die kam in kein Event vor, die kam in keiner richtigen Quest vor. Oh, so, begin
I'm
Hangout.
sure I've forgotten something. Not to worry, I'll simply send someone to fetch it. As soon as I remember what it was.
Ich warte mal darauf, dass dann irgendwie zu Ende geredet wird, aber irgendwie das bringt nicht viel. So, verdammt. Ich habe gedacht, ich müsste zum Orden von Favonius gehen, um sie zu treffen. Das mit X war wohl nix. Okay. Aber wir hätten damit gerechnet, dass die hier draußen irgendwo auf dem Weg rumhängt. Hallo Lynn. Tschüss Lynn. Steht einfach so mitten auf dem Weg irgendwo.
Is that
Hauptsache.
the honorary knight? Hello? Huh? Seems like someone's calling you. Let's go check it out.
Okay, zumindest werden wir direkt auf Entfernung angesprochen. Schön.
I finally get to meet you, honorary knight.
Ja, ich verstehe bis heute noch nicht, warum man sie eigentlich als ersten Forster-Charakter eigentlich hinterhergeworfen bekommt, wenn sie dafür halt gar nicht vorkommt, großartig in den Story-Dingern.
I'm Noelle, a maid of the Knights of Favonius.
Ja, das Kampfmate-Gedöns, das muss. Ich würde gerne eigentlich nochmal irgendwie Hintergrundgeschichte haben, warum. Ah, aber okay. The Knights of Favonius have mates?
Apologies. I've yet to officially join the Knights. As a maid, and in order to be worthy of this armor, I'm currently undergoing the Knights of Favonius chivalric training.
Jetzt fängt es auch jetzt an zu regnen. Chivalric Training?
Yes, I haven't passed the selection trials yet, but I've been asking senior knights for advice on how to become a true Knight of Favonius. I asked Amber how to make a Baron bunny. Oh, and Kaya's been keeping me busy with various small tasks. I even asked the Spark Knight to pass on her experiences, although Master Jean grounded us shortly after.
You seem to be working hard.
Actually, I have always wanted to receive guidance from the honorary knight. I was worried that it might be too presumptuous to ask. I've seen you on the streets of Mondstadt occasionally, but I've always been too busy to disturb you. I just finished today's cleaning for the knights and was about to start my training when I saw you. Oh, if it's not too much trouble, could I ask you for some guidance on my chivalric training?
You know, it's okay not to be a knight? What? You know, it's okay not to be a knight? Of course, where do you want to start?
I'd like to get your opinion on something as a senior knight. I've been keeping up with my maidly duties and nightly exercises, but training progress has been a little slow.
Maidly duties?
It's really all just cleaning and tidying. Roughly every other day, I do a major cleanup for the Knights of Favonius. Under the beds, the windowsills, nothing can be left out. The smallest corners are the most likely to gather dust. There are also all kinds of smaller domestic tasks, like preparing Captain Kaya's eye patch and helping Miss Lisa keep her bookshelves in order. I'm actually incredibly busy every day. It's just that I always feel like something's missing.
What you lack is strength. Moment, kurz Pause. Ja, so. What you lack is strength. What you lack is rest. Here, rest.
Rest? But, oh, I've still got so much work to do. Besides, I'm still not skilled enough. Any free time that I get should be spent training. If I want to become a real knight soon, I have to continue to put in more effort than the others.
You do not also need sufficient rest. Ja, sagt es mal Jean.
But time is precious. If I rest, I'll feel guilty.
Stopping for occasional rest is all part of ensuring that you can train to your maximum ability. Ja, klingt gut.
I really hadn't thought about that. Resting for the sake of training. Oh, so that's why Miss Lisa always has afternoon tea in the library. I get it now.
In Lisa's case, I'm afraid it's probably just resting for the sake of resting.
Huh? Oh, now that you mention it.
Never mind. Speaking of tea, let's have some.
Oh, okay.
Okay, das ist jetzt, wie wir jetzt auf einmal von einem Gespräch auf
Are
Tee
there any
gekommen sind.
particular snacks you like? I can get started with... Oh, no need? I should take a break? Oh, okay then. In that case, let's head to Good Hunter and have a look.
Muss ich noch weiterlaufen? Ach komm, jetzt kann ich auf die paar Meter laufen. Das bringt jetzt auch nichts mehr zu teleportieren. Da, 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 da.
Noelle!
Wer zum Teufel ist das?
B? What happened? Is there something I can help you with?
Quinn! He's ignoring me again.
Well, take your time, no rush. I'm here to help.
I noticed Quinn was in a bad mood, so I wanted to call him over for a chat. And a date, I guess.
Oh, a date? So it's that kind of a problem?
Yes. I've been over to him several times today already. But no matter how hard I try to make conversation, he just focuses on his stall and ignores me completely. Noelle, everyone in Mondstadt thinks you're really cute. You must be really popular, right? Can you help me out?
Of course. It's a maid's responsibility to help the residents of Mondstadt. It's just, I don't have any experience in this area.
Even Noelle can't help me.
Oh, please, don't worry. Oh, we also have the honorary knight here. Honorary knight, can you help me?
Mir fällt gerade auf, warum hat ihre Rüstung, die ja eigentlich aus Metall sein müsste, Jiggle Physics. Ich meine, ich will mich nicht beschweren, aber grundsätzlich ist es nie ganz richtig. Didn't we say we are going to take a break? I certainly do my best.
Thank you.
Let's analyze the situation first.
Okay. B said that Quinn always seems busy and ignores everything she says. But I know that she's often looking for small talk with Quinn.
Hate if you can small talk, so Quinn feels that B has nothing more to say to him. Frequent.
That's a possibility. In other words, we just need to make Quinn realize that this time is different. For example, by sending him a little gift. Even Quinn would notice the difference a gift would bring. But what kind of gift?
It should matter, it's the thought that counts. Gifts convey our intention, we should choose carefully.
Are you sure? I still feel the choice of gift matters, no matter what kind of relationship two people share. But I don't have any experience in this area. I'm sure you're right. Then, if the gift doesn't matter, the choices are limitless. Oh, I can't decide. Do you have any ideas?
Wow, sending a monster grilled fish should be fine.
Will this really get his attention?
Today's recommendation is
Wow, wirklich, jetzt habe ich echt wegen einer Antwort komplett wieder ein Herz abgezogen bekommen. Gift and Intent.
How am I ever going to get Quinn to listen to me?
Oh, gut, dass ich so einen den ich so schon hatte. Hier.
Mondstadt grilled fish? For Quinn? I have often said that I would bring him lunch. Would this really work? Well, since it's Noelle's recommendation, I'll give it a try.
Oh, I hope Quinn understands Bee's intentions. And I hope we were a help this time.
But now's not the best time to disturb them.
Oh, apologies, by the way. I said we would take a break and ended up bothering you instead. Oh, if you're peckish, just let me know. I can whip something up for you right away.
No whipping anything up. You're taking a break, remember?
Oh, sorry. Old habits die hard. You know, I'm still a little worried about how Bee is doing.
There's no stopping you once you're concerned about someone, huh? Come on then, let's see how she's doing.
Ja, rüber zu B. Beatrice.
Bee? Oh, hi, Noelle.
So, did you get a date with Quinn?
I barely want to talk about it. I hadn't even given him the Mondstadt grilled fish when he muttered something about not having an appetite and not wanting to eat. I can't force him to eat, can I? Looks like I'll just have to try to ask him out some other time.
I must apologize. Next time, I'll help you find a much better gift.
No need. It should be me apologizing. I was worried and dumped everything on you. It's obvious, thinking about it now. Noelle can't be good at everything. Oh. It's okay. This isn't your fault. I don't blame you. I have to get going.
Oh, please, take care.
Noelle?
I'm fine. It's just, I feel bad that I couldn't help Bee.
It's impossible to be an expert on everything, you know.
You're not wrong. But if I give up so easily, then the next time someone needs help, I'll mess up again. I may not know much about this sort of thing, but at the very least, I should try to learn something about it. I'm going to the Knights of Favonia's library. There must be some guidance there on the subject of love. The next time I encounter a situation like this, I'll be able to help.
Look from
Noelle
the
really
library.
handle a subject as big as love by herself? We should head to the library and see how she's doing.
Okay. Ich hätte schon Hoffnung, dass es Ende von Akt 1 direkt sein könnte, aber nee, ist es nicht. Schade. Zack. Hallo Wyatt. Whee!
Since you've already noticed, I guess I can let you lend a hand. Ah, so that's how it works. When you meet the person who inspires your affections, you have to find a way to do things together with them. Even if not old enough to drink, one should still learn to discuss the different qualities of wine. I see. So you need to know how to make yourself interesting, to draw people's attention.
What are you reading?
Sorry, I didn't see you there. I was deep in concentration. I borrowed every book on love from the library that I could find. When I finished reading them, I'll finally be able to give decisive recommendations for next time. Even if it is me.
So, what books do we have here?
Well, let's see. For example, Vera's Melancholy, Heart of Clear Springs. Well, all of them contain detailed records of the experience of love. As a maid, my experience leaves a lot to be desired. So I found the quickest way was to take examples from the classics. There's also a guide to tavern chat and shortcuts to love. These are much more practical in nature. And of course, there are even books that focus on theories of love. and then there's this one. This book's about...
About what?
No, nothing. This book... It's too early to read this book. Let's look at another one. You have to learn the basics first, after all. So this book is about... Huh? Same as that one? Guess this must be a pretty... common topic. Looks like I still have a lot to learn.
Oh, a conundrum called love. May take some time yet to discover the formula for love. Okay. Interessant. Das war ein schnelles Ende. Oh, fuck. Die hat direkt zu Anfang so viele Abspaltungen. Okay. A brother. Okay, das heißt, dass sie raten. Wenn ich da sage, wir müssen was Spezielles suchen, dann kriegen wir auch was Wichtiges hin und wir müssen nicht in die Bibliothek. Ah. Zack.
Noelle!
B, what
Achso, ja
happened?
gut, das können wir skippen.
Oh, take your time.
Ja.
Oh, so it's that...
Yes. But no matter how hard I try to make Noelle, he
Ja,
must be
really
real.
cute.
It's just...
Ja.
Oh, please, don't honorary knight. Can you help me?
Didn't we say we are going to take a break?
Oh, I'm so sorry. But as a maid of Favonius, I can't stand idly by when people are in need. I'll do some serious planning and make sure we can have a day off together another time.
So, even a break request he was planning.
Indeed. But today, can you help B come up with a solution?
Welch consist?
Thank you.
Let's analyze the situation first.
Okay. B said that Quinn always seems busy and ignores everything she says. But I know that she's often looking for small talk with Quinn.
So Quinn feels that B has nothing important to say to him?
That's a possibility. In other words, we just need to make Quinn realize that this time is different. For example, by sending him a little gift. Even Quinn would notice the difference a gift would bring. But what kind of gift?
Gifts convey our intention, we should choose carefully.
That's what I think. Everyone has their preferences, so it's important to choose the right gift if you want to get through to them. If it were me, I'd want roses. As for you, honorary knight, I bet you like handmade things.
Rose and handmade things both sound nice, but let's think about what Quinn might like.
Oh, yes, I just wanted to try thinking from a different perspective. Quinn, what kind of gift would he like? If I remember correctly, isn't Quinn one of the 4 drunkards of Mondstadt? Perhaps something wine-related would do. But what? Well, simply thinking about it isn't really helping. Let's go to Marjorie's store and see what's available.
Verdammt. Das ist der längere Strang wahrscheinlich, oder? Marjorie.
Welcome to With Wind Comes Glory. Well, if it isn't Noelle and the honorary knight. And what wind brought the two of you together? I barely ever see Noelle in someone else's company.
Barely ever?
Well, when Noelle's working, she practically always takes care of things by herself. And once she's finished with A, it's straight off to take care of B. Seems she hardly has time to catch her breath. Say, Noelle, you're not a child anymore, you know? If you don't take time out for yourself, you may come to regret it in the future.
I, decided to take a break today. But something came up.
Oh? So it's a day off with the honorary knight? Oh, how wonderful! That's something to celebrate. You must be here to pick out a gift for the honorary knight. Choose anything you like. We have a lot that might tickle your fancy.
Actually, we are here to help someone else choose a gift. Even with a gift, today is still a day to be celebrated. Actually, I'm here to buy a gift for Noelle. Ich mache erstmal das.
Aw, so shy. No use denying it, though.
Stop teasing! Me and the honorary knight don't have that kind of relationship.
Noch nicht.
Not yet.
Wow. Wow. Okay, Marjorie, wir denken das gleiche. Schön. Seems you have a knack for this kind of thing, Marjorie.
I guess. After all, Noelle here is the type that needs a push every now and again. But looks like she's still in the dark when it comes to these things.
I just feel I shouldn't let such things distract me from my chivalric training. Yes, there are too many important things to take care of.
Okay, no more teasing. So, what is the reason for this visit?
It's like this.
So, you're choosing a gift for B to give to Quinn. In that case, I have a couple of fun new things in stock. A frosting bottle and a squirrel wood carving. The frosting bottle is very useful to keep alcohol cold and fresh for a long time. As for the squirrel wood carving, well, it's a nice ornament and it would look great at Quinn's stall. So, bottle or ornament, which will it be?
Also die Flasche würde auf jeden Fall nehmen. Das Woodcarving ist halt das, was nicht direkt den Alkoholismus unterstützt. Nehmen wir das. Really?
I'm a little worried that Quinn might just throw a wood carving in a drawer and forget about it. To be on the safe side, how about we give him the frosting bottle? As one of the 4 drunkards, he's sure to love it.
So frosting bottle it is? Alrighty, let me wrap it up for you.
Dann will man einmal das Richtige
Okay,
machen.
now that the gift is wrapped, let's hurry back and give it to B.
Moment. Schwungenes Haar. Grüne Augen. Okay. Langes Haar. Gut. Ihr seht doch ein bisschen aus, aber habt die gleiche Kleidung an. Ich meine, jetzt wollte ich endlich mal... Also klar, ich wusste, dass er im Endeffekt auf die Flasche abfahren wird, aber ich wollte eigentlich eben halt das nicht so Offensichtliche nehmen. Das ist doch dumm.
Give the frosting bottle to Quinn?
It does look like something that he'd be interested in. Wait. Maybe I can use the gift as bait. I could say that if he wants to get the gift, then he'll have to come on a date with me first. Thank you both so much. With this gift, there's no way Quinn will be able to refuse me.
Uh-huh. Is that how gifts work? Well, as long as it helps.
Oh no!
What's wrong? The gift? Is there something wrong with the gift?
No, it's not the gift. I've been so focused on convincing Quinn, I hadn't even thought about where our date's gonna be.
No, really?
I've never gotten to that stage. Noelle, could you help me? A date should be properly planned, so I'll wait. No need to rush.
Just, leave it to me. A
Good.
date. We'll need a place with pleasant scenery and a quiet atmosphere. Let's look around. If we see anywhere good, let's take a picture and let B have the final say. Oh, there's a beautiful and touching tale about Cape Oath. Maybe that would be a good spot.
Wow, wirklich? Das ist am anderen Ende vom den ganzen Mondstadt Area, aber okay. Wingstone? Was willst du denn?
Let's play.
Willst denn du? So, gibt es Dr. L von mir, es came up, I'll handle it, okay. Ja gut, mach ich gleich. Wenn es nicht wieder von alleine verschwindet. Heißt es. Zack. Sollte hier ein Questmarker sein? Ja.
Oh, you can see Falcon Coast from here. Such a beautiful view. Let's find a good angle and take a picture.
Ja, sieht schon ganz nice aus von hier eigentlich. So, Kamera. Zack. Go to Star Snatch Cliff. Nein, von da aus kommen wir gar nicht dahin, oder?
Let's head to Star Snatch Cliff next. Star Snatch Cliff. Another beautiful location. And so elevated. This place is super famous for its nightscape.
Wollte ich das jetzt noch? Doch, hab ich sie. Zack. Naja, es geht. An Distanz. So. Wenn ich jetzt hier hinrenne gerade, überlege ich. Nehme ich dann die ganzen Blumen mit, die hier sind? Wäre schon schlau eigentlich die Idee, oder? Also die ganzen Cecilias. Ich glaube, was waren Cecilias, oder? Aber dafür brauche ich Party-Setup. Dafür brauche ich Kleber, sonst finde ich die nämlich nicht. Zack. Also gut, ich finde sie schon ohne sie, aber ja. Nicht jeder einzelne. Ich weiß, dass da hinten auch noch irgendwelche sein müssen, aber da gehe ich jetzt nicht hin. Ich beschränke mich jetzt auf die, die hier sein müssten. Zack. Könnte ich mal entscheiden, wann es regnet und wann es nicht regnet? So ein bisschen nervig ist es ja schon. Wenn ihr alle paar Minuten umentscheidet. Was? Ich habe mich zugehört. Was hat sie gesagt? Irgendwas ist wasserfest, aber ich weiß nicht was. Ich glaube, wahrscheinlich ihre Bomben. Es können nur ihre Bomben sein, die wasserfest sind. Ich meine, die Dinger wachsen auch nicht nur hier an den Klippen, aber okay. Dafür sind hier relativ viele auf einen Schlag. Zwar nicht genug, um Charaktere schnell genug hochzubringen, aber naja. Grundsätzlich genug. Zack.
Let's get a picture from the top.
Take a picture of the top of Starshine Cliff at night. Sie raten, haben es keine 18 bis 19 Uhr? Oh. Okay. Hallo ihr beiden, ich vergesse mal, wie das hier oben sitzt. Also ich muss da stehen. Okay. Lass ich raten. Ich soll das Foto hier machen, damit die beiden da fotografiere direkt. Aha. Irgendwie sowas. Party Setup. Das war jetzt ein bisschen blöd.
Very well.
Anyway.
Oh, let's go to Windrise.
Das ist jetzt ein bisschen blöd gewesen, aber egal. Sie hat mir nur gesagt, wo ich als nächstes hin muss. Dann geht das ja noch. Also ich glaube, die sollten eigentlich hierher gehen, weil das der kürzeste Weg ist.
Windrise tree, symbol of the great hero Vanessa.
You're pretty excited, huh, Noelle?
Sorry, where were we?
Nice! The scenery here is pretty good, too. Small rivers and soft shadows under the trees. Let's get a picture.
Zack. Hat draußen ein Flugzeug? Ich glaube ja. Dr. B. Bist du Dr. Elif? Ja. Habt ihr was für dich. Hier. Bitte. Ja.
That should do it. Let's get back to B.
Oh. Na, wer liegt denn hier?
Let the show begin. Brace yourselves.
Well, das ist etwas strange. Ja, das war wirklich strange. Er war irgendwie extrem
Wouldn't
schnell
gliding be
jetzt down.
faster?
Ja. Zack. Und vor allem, ich habe auch noch ein Achievement dafür bekommen. Challenger Series. Defeat the unusual 20 times. Ah, doch schon so oft. Also, haha, defeat ihn 50 Mal. Ja, ist klar. Hab ja sonst nichts anderes zu tun. Teleport. So. Beatrice.
Oh, you guys are back! What romantic locations did you find?
Stars and Cliff, Windrise, Cape Oath, Windrise.
Yeah, what about Windrise? May your love be as free as a dandelion.
Windrise? That's a great location. But isn't it a bit cliché?
Huh? Cliché?
Well, old folks are always going on about something symbolic about that place. Besides, we've been there so many times when we were young. It just feels like there's nothing special or new about it.
Oh. Okay.
I'm going with Cape Oath. Thanks so much. I'm off to find Quinn. Quinn, I wonder what kind of oath he'll make to me.
Is Windrise no longer popular? But the book said that it was the most popular place in Mondstadt.
When was the book written?
I'm not sure. I found it while cleaning a corner of the library. It was the story of Windrise and Lady Vanessa. I thought folks in Mondstadt would still like to go there.
Don't worry about it, I like it. Would you like to go there with me?
Huh? You want to go to Windrise?
Think of it as our last break of the day.
Oh, okay. Follow me.
Komm von da auch gerade erst. Jetzt zumindest sehe ich, wie Barbara direkt an die Decke gegangen. Vor Scham. Hopp.
The air here really refreshes you in an instant. Forget about training and work. Just breathe and feel the wind. Nothing else.
You can come here whenever you like, you know.
That's true. But training and work are still the things I need to focus on. If I didn't take them seriously, I wouldn't be a reliable maid.
So this is the responsibility that you put on yourself?
Put it this way. Lady Vanessa and Master Jean, the responsibilities they carry, that they carried, those are the heaviest. I know I have a lot to live up to. That's why I want to become a real Knight of Favonius. To help more people.
You already possess the greatest qualities of a knight. Helping others is the greatest quality of a knight.
Really? Thank you. If you weren't here today, I wouldn't have been able to help Bea. It's just a small token of appreciation, but I hope you'll accept it. Roses are my favorite flower. This is a paper one that I folded by hand.
Do you know the meaning of a rose?
Of course. In Mondstadt, roses represent the saying, "As wine bottles are corked, so too my lips are sealed." I have seen and learned a lot during our time together. It will become a wonderful memory. One that I will savor again and again. I want it to remain in my heart and become a secret between the two of us. Wait, do you mean that roses have some meaning that I don't know about?
Never mind.
Oh, I'll need to go back to the library and find out. Still, whatever a rose means, I hope that this one can stay by your side in all your future adventures. Before I'm able to fight alongside you, honorary knight.
Okay. Okay, das ist cute as fuck. Whisper of the paper rose. The meaning of the rose only exists in our hearts. Uff. Mega Yuri. Story Quests. Bap. Das war das zweite Ending. So, gab es hier noch... Ne, hier gibt es keine Abzweigung mehr. Okay. Komplett andere Richtung noch. Zack. Zack. Halbe Stunde war es jetzt. Mach jetzt eine Pause. Ne, komm, ich mach weiter. Ja, die werden nur L. So, hier da vorne hin. Ich glaube, der ist dichter, oder? Weil die sich so viel auch nicht mehr tun dürften. Zack. Nein, 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 nein. Böse. Wie viel? 23 habe ich erst wieder, okay. Hatte ich schon meine 3? Ja, habe ich schon. Gut.
Is that the honorary knight? Hello? Huh?
Ja,
I finally get to meet you. I'm Noelle,
ja.
a maid of the Knights of Favonius.
Ist das Maid Knight Attire?
Apologies. I've yet to officially join the Knights. As a maid, and in order to be worthy,
Okay, ja
yes.
gut, hatten wir.
I even asked the
Das
spark.
sind Working hard.
I was worried that I've seen you on the. I just finished today's.
You know, it's okay not to be a knight.
So, as a senior knight, this is your suggestion? But as a maid, I'm only authorized to deal with smaller tasks. The Knights of Favonius is the strongest shield that Mondstadt has. How can I defend the people if I'm only ever dealing with minor matters? That's why I've always wanted to become a real Knight of Favonius. To have the power to help more people.
A maid is a respectable position too. I'd like to become one. What? No matter how small a task, they still need someone to take care of them. I do the small tasks all the time.
Really? Even the honorary knight?
I'm constantly running
I
errands.
thought the honorary knight would only ever be busy with powerful enemies, like Storm Terror.
The strength of fight to fight powerful enemies only comes with experience gained during the completion of smaller tasks.
Well, that is true. Come to think of it, whenever I see you in Mondstadt, you do always seem to be in a hurry. And the fact is, you're hurrying to help others.
Go back to Monza and see if there are people who need help. Think of every small task as a kind of training.
Oh, okay. Back to Mondstadt it is. Time for today's training to officially begin.
Oh no. Machen wir Workaholic aus ihr.
Your point of view on these matters has truly been eye-opening for me. I have a lot to learn. Just like you said, from now on, I'm going to treat helping people with smaller tasks as a part of my training. Just thinking about it makes me feel more motivated than ever.
Wow, Noelle's motivated, all right. She's got that "give me a commission before I take 'em all" vibe.
Ja. So, noch was?
Someone! Anyone!
Who's that? I need to help.
Noelle! Oh, she's so fast. Let's catch up with her.
Wir sind vor ihr.
There. Take your time. Try and take a deep breath first.
And finally, I was saved.
Well, my name's Noelle. Don't worry, sir. Everything's all right. I'll be protecting you from now on. So, where are you from? I don't think we've met in Mondstadt before.
Thanks. I'm not from Mondstadt. My name is Alois. I'm a traveling merchant. I was on my way to Mondstadt to acquire some of the reputed local wines, so I could take them back to Lille. Little did I know... little did I know I'd run into savage monsters on the way. I mean, savage. They were twice my height. I was so scared I ran all the way here, until I just couldn't run anymore. Thank goodness I found you in this, maid.
It's okay, Mr. Aloise. We're not far from Mondstadt. Although I'm just an ordinary maid, the small task of escorting a visitor to the city is certainly within my power.
Escort me to Mondstadt? Perfect. Let's go.
But wait a moment. As a traveling merchant, you must have luggage and some goods. Don't worry. No matter the quantity, I'll carry them for you.
Luggage? Goods? Yes. I remember now. The savage monsters I encountered? That's when I lost them.
I can get some back for you.
No need. These monsters are ferocious. 3 times my height.
Oh, rest easy. This is Mondstadt's honorary knight. No monster is too ferocious for her.
Honorary knight? Then you're a member of the Knights of Favonius?
Where did you see those monsters?
I can't remember exactly. I was too busy running. But probably near that crossing in front of us. But I can't be sure. Oh, never mind. Wait.
Back soon.
Wait a minute. My chest. A sudden pain in my chest. It must be all that running. Let's look for those things a little bit later.
Oh, chest pain? Here, I've got you. Hold my arms and lie down slowly. Now do your best to relax. I will examine you.
Perhaps maybe you...
I'm sorry. I must stay here to watch over our visitor. It looks like you'll need to handle the monsters. Oh, and please be careful.
Ist es jetzt ein Treasure oder was soll es jetzt gerade hier werden? Oh, der hat gar keine Waren und der hat gelogen. Irgendwas auf jeden Fall wieder. Das ist ein Wagen da, der kaputte.
Strange. No trace of... Whoa, here they come!
Let's dance.
Von allen Slimes, warum müssen es Hydro-Slimes sein?
Huh? It's just a few ordinary slimes. Paimon didn't see any goods on the road. Is this the right place? Let's head back to Noel.
Ich muss dazu anmerken, irgendwie bei diesen ganzen Resonanzen fällt mir irgendwie auf, dass Hydro-Resonanz die schlechteste ist. Also grundsätzlich ist es gut, wenn Ceiling erhöht wird, aber es bringt halt den Hydro-DPS nichts. Ah. So Leute, was ist hier los?
Back so soon. Ah, a true senior knight. Did you see Mr. Aloise's luggage on the way?
Not a trace.
Perhaps the monsters ate it? Didn't I tell you? It's dangerous.
Oh, you're not hurt, are you?
There were only a few slimes. They weren't exactly twice your height.
What I meant was... When they jumped, they were twice as tall as me.
Rice or thrice?
Why are you looking at me like that? Even if they were only slimes, I couldn't have fought them off.
Oh, what can we do? If even the honorary knight can't find them?
I'm just a traveling merchant. You never know what's gonna happen out here. Oh well, looks like Mondstadt was never meant to be. Perhaps next time.
I'm very sorry. In these circumstances, I must ask you to register the quantity and nature of your lost property with the Knights of Favonius. I know that the Knights will do their best to help you recover your goods.
No. I couldn't possibly trouble the Knights of Favonius. This matter, it really is beneath them.
On the contrary, it's the duty of the Knights to look after any visitors traveling to and from Mondstadt. As a maid, I must do my best in receiving and escorting such visitors. But then, perhaps there's something keeping you from going to the Knights?
No, absolutely nothing.
Well, can we talk for a moment?
Everything okay?
This fellow seems suspicious to me.
Well, actually, I noticed that too. But since we don't have any evidence of wrongdoing, he deserves the benefit of the doubt. This gentleman was seeking help at the gates of Mondstadt, which makes him a guest of the city. Therefore, I must carry out my maidly duties.
You have a point.
Thank you for understanding.
Hey, what are you discussing? So, what's next?
Oh, sorry to keep you waiting. We've talked it over, and we've decided to escort you back to Mondstadt.
Sie hat's entschieden, nicht wir. Das geht schneller. Denn hier kann ich fliegen. Whee. Whee. Whee.
Honorary Knight in Noel. Were you two out on a mission? Wait, who is this person behind you?
My name is Eloise. I'm a humble merchant.
Ah, Mondstadt welcomes you, strange yet respectable traveler. Please state your identity and purpose. The Knights of Favonius are here to ensure your safety.
I came to Mondstadt to import wines back to Lille.
I see, but are you not carrying any luggage or goods? I also don't see your name among the wine merchants that Mondstadt regularly deals with.
It's my first time visiting Mondstadt, but I expect to come back often.
In that case, please show me the relevant documents issued by Liyue's Ministry of Civil Affairs. I need to verify your identity.
Huh? What on earth is the min... Oh, right. I, put them in my luggage.
Luggage?
Oh, our apologies. This gentleman was just attacked by a monster and lost both his luggage and his goods. Could you allow him to calm down a bit before we register him with the Knights?
According to Article 10 of the Knights of Favonius Handbook, caution should be exercised with regard to unfamiliar visitors.
But Article 2 of the Knights of Favonius Handbook also says that one must not offend our visitors, right?
Well, in this situation, it seems the Knights of Favonius Handbook has a bit of an overlap.
I'll keep an eye on him. Nothing bad will happen. Need for tun, she can take care of the situation.
If Noelle is willing to vouch for him, then I can rest easy.
After all, she's the most reliable maid in all Mondstadt.
Oh, I'm just doing my job. Most reliable. I've got a ways to go, but I will try to live up to that.
I'll be there too.
Well then, I'm counting on you two to take care of this gentleman while he's in Mondstadt.
So, you're a wine merchant? Well, you must have excellent wine knowledge. Would you like to rest a while at Angel's Share? It's our signature tavern.
Such a warm welcome. How could I refuse?
Wieso habe ich so einen komischen Glow um meinen Charakter rum? Allgemein ist hier gerade so ein komischer Glow auf dem Monitor, wo ich laufe. Aber auch nur bei der Treppe. What the fuck?
Angel's Share. So this barrel must be full with Mondstadt's celebrated wine, right? If only it could be imitated.
Imitated?
Oh, imported. That's the word.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Drink up. This is a dandelion wine-based cocktail. I asked the bartender to add calla lily because it has a calming effect. I know you've been on the road for a long time, and cold drinks would be bad for your stomach. So I requested less ice. I hope it's to your liking.
Calming. Is this what they give to all visitors in Mondstadt?
Noelle's way of showing hospitality.
Okay then. On another note, that drink's made me realize just how empty my stomach is.
Oh, so you're hungry too. Oh, how terrible of me. If I'd realized, I would have saved some pancakes for you.
Not Roy, let's go to the Good Hunter restaurant.
Ooh, good idea. That sounds like a good place.
Und ich sehe gerade was Nettes Leuchtendes da. Moment. Zack. Ja. Was ich alles jetzt random so finde, durch die ganzen Hangout-Dinger. Ist hier auch noch irgendwas? Oh, verdammt.
Smells incredible. So it's true. If you really want to sell Mondstadt wines, you can't do without Mondstadt dishes. Maybe recipes will be easier to obtain than the brewing process.
Easier to obtain?
Oh, what I mean is, the dandelion wine brewing process is unique, difficult to imitate. That's why we merchants can buy with confidence. Where was I? Let's see. What's on the menu? So many dishes. Hard to decide.
Can I help?
Sure. What do you suggest?
Well, do you prefer red meat or white?
I like them both.
The steaks here are cuts of freshly shipped Springvale boar. I'd recommend having it served medium to really bring out the natural sweetness of the meat. Oh, Sweet Madame is another specialty. Crispy skin and tender meat goes perfectly with wine. However, those dishes alone aren't very healthy from a nutritional standpoint. I recommend a mushroom pizza and a satisfying salad too on the side. If that sounds okay, I'll place the order for you. This meal is on me, to make up for my inattentiveness.
That's too generous of you.
Please enjoy. After all, it's your first meal here as a new visitor, and your last. I wouldn't want to give you the cold shoulder.
Huh? my last? You give this meal to all new visitors, right?
This one was made especially for you.
Wait, is it really my last meal?
Your last meal as a new visitor, of course, so enjoy.
Ah, so that's what it means. Well, then I better make the most of it.
Where are we going after the meal?
How about with wind comes glory? For our final stop, I want to leave Mr. Aloise with something to commemorate his time here.
So, that's the final stop, yes? Wait, what are we commemorating?
Go to with wind comes glory. Achso, der Shop hier. Genau. Ja.
Oh, here's your order, Noelle.
Thanks, Marjorie. Mr. Aloise, please accept this souvenir.
Thanks. I will treasure this wood carving forever. Huh? Wait, what's on that? Is that the insignia of the Knights of Favonius?
I, Maid Noelle, on behalf of Mondstadt and the Knights of Favonius, officially welcome you.
Wait, Knights of Favonius? How can you be both a maid and a part of the Knights of Favonius?
She's a maid of Knight of Favonius. She's a future Knight of Favonius.
So this gift is also a...
It was just another way of showing hospitality.
So, just a regular souvenir?
I'm afraid this is all I had time for. However, I hope it leaves you with a lasting impression of your trip to Mondstadt.
I really don't understand why you went to all this trouble. I don't have any goods or relevant documents. Plus, I don't exactly look like your everyday honest merchant. Even if there were nothing to suggest otherwise, surely it would have been better to take me straight to the Knights for investigation. And yet you still went to all this effort to prepare all this for me. Didn't you wonder whether the savage monsters, the missing cargo, what if it were all lies?
Why would I think that? I'm just doing what a maid of Favonius should do. Knights of Favonius Handbook Article 2. Do not exhibit suspicion or hostility towards visitors, no matter how suspicious they may seem. You are a visitor from far away. You should be welcomed by me and by Mondstadt, even if there really is only a slight possibility that everything you say is true. Being attacked by savage monsters, losing goods and documents, isn't it times like these that people need help the most? And if I had failed to offer our hospitality on such an occasion, despite there being no evidence to back up your claims, well, that's not the way a maid of Favonius should behave.
I see. Well, thank you. It's time for me to leave Mondstadt.
Huh? Why the hurry? We haven't recovered your lost property yet.
No need. I've just remembered where I left them. Somewhere far, far away. I'll be sure to keep a better eye on them next time. Perhaps when I'm a visitor worthy of your hospitality, I can return to Mondstadt.
I'm not sure I fully understand what you mean, but if you think you can retrieve your lost property, that's great.
To clear, I'm talking about the same thing. But at least the problem seems to be solved.
What a short trip. But thank you for your care and hospitality. I've learned a lot. Goodbye, Mondstadt. Goodbye, Maid of the Knights of Favonius.
Ah, okay then. Goodbye. Mondstadt and I, Maid Noelle of the Knights of Favonius, will always welcome you when you return.
Goodbye, Miss Maid. Each time she heads out, she brings gentle intent along. Okay. So, ich gucke nur mal kurz nach, wie der Stand ist. Ansonsten mache ich jetzt eine kleine Pause, nämlich. Ja, das. Okay, das ist ganz obere. Oh, da gibt es auch noch ein anderes Ende. Das ist das Good End. Für alle. Und das wird das Bad End sein, wahrscheinlich. Okay. Interessant. Gut, aber wie gesagt, dann mache ich dann gleich erst weiter. Irgendwann. Mein Magen knurrt. Essen ist fertig und dementsprechend mache ich hier einen kleinen Cut. Bis gleich für Zukunftsoni dann. Oder nachher oder morgen. Oder wann auch immer. So, weiter geht's. Guest from afar. Ja, sieht gut aus. Ich muss ja... Oh Gott sei Dank, ich muss da draußen nichts anderes mehr machen. Wir müssen also in die Stadt.
Honorary Knight in Noelle. Were you two out on a mission?
So, was muss ich jetzt hier anders machen?
My name is Al.
Ja.
Mondstadt welcomes you. Please state your identity.
Bla bla. Bla bla.
I see.
I don't care. Lass mich rein.
It's my first time.
Lass mich rein.
What on earth is
Luggage?
Oh, Arapal,
Ja.
could you allow him to... But Article 2...
It seems the Knights of Favonius handbook has a bit of an overlap.
I keep an eye on him. Nothing bad will happen.
Well, if you are keeping watch, there shouldn't be a problem.
After all, this is our honorary knight, the one who defended Mondstadt from the claws of the frenzied storm terror.
Storm terror?
Many times your height without jumping. He's a little fellow, not worth worrying about. Many times your height without jumping.
Indeed. Good one.
Well then, I'm counting on you two to take care of this gentleman while he's in Mondstadt.
Ja.
So, you're a wine merchant? Oh, you must have excellent wine knowledge. Would you like to rest a while at Angel's Share? It's our signature tavern.
Such a warm welcome. How could I refuse?
Warum muss ich hier was anders machen?
Angel's Share. So this...
Imitated.
Sorry to keep you waiting. This
Blah,
is a damn...
drink.
I know you've been on the road, so I requested less...
Calming. Is this what they give...
Made especially for you.
Because you know I'm interested in Mondstadt wines?
You're very interested, no?
Yes. Just interested, mind you. On another note, that drink's made me realize just how empty my stomach is.
Oh, so you're hungry too. Oh, how terrible of me.
Not to
Good
worry.
idea.
Wo ist hier der Turnaround? Jedes Mal sagen made for him. Wahrscheinlich. Okay.
Smells incredible. Maybe recipes will be easier to obtain than the brewing process.
Brewing process?
What I mean is, the dandelion wine brewing process is unique, difficult to imitate. That's why we merchants can...
Mhm.
Where was I?
Can I help?
Sure. I like them both.
The steaks here are cut.
bla.
Oh, however, those dishes I recommend. If that
Ja, ja,
sounds
gib mir das Ende
okay,
jetzt.
That's too generous.
please enjoy.
Huh? You give this meal to...
This one was made especially for you.
Wait, is it really my last meal?
The last meal is a new visitor, of course, so enjoy.
So that's what it means. Well, then I better make the most of it.
Well, do we have anything else on the itinerary?
How about with wind comes glory? For our final stop, I want to leave Mr. Alois with something to commemorate his time here.
So, that's the... Wait,
Wo ist der Turn? Ich sehe den Turn nicht.
Oh, here's your order, Noelle.
Thanks, Marjorie. Mr. Alois?
thanks. I will wait. What?
I, Maid Noel.
Ja,
Wait, Knights of Favonius? How can you be both a maid and a part of the Knights of Favonius?
she's a mate of Knights of Favonius.
So this gift is also a...
This one was made especially for you.
So it's a warning?
Okay, ich glaube, ich habe den Turnaround gefunden.
Oh, I'm afraid this is all I had time for. However, I hope it leaves you with a lasting impression of your trip to Mondstadt. Now then, if you wouldn't mind accompanying me to the Knights of Favonius, the registration process only requires...
No need. Suddenly I remember where I lost my luggage.
Oh, well then we should at least go and file a report with the Knights.
Nope, not necessary. Now that the danger's passed, I'll just head over and retrieve it.
Huh? But what about the savage monsters? For your protection, I feel strongly that one of our knights should escort you there. Or perhaps it's a little too soon, but I'll escort you. Let's go.
Okay. Allow me.
Oh, you want to escort him yourself? Oh, that would certainly put my mind at rest. In that case, I'll report the situation to Swan. Let's meet back at the gates of the city a little later. Please take care of Mr. Alois.
Okay. So eine Kleinigkeit macht so was komplett anderes von der Quest. Interessant. Moment. I ain't gonna walk that 100 meters. Verdammt, immer noch 60. Ey, 70 Meter gespart. Okay, no Farbe.
So this is the end?
I can't see anyone around.
Meaning this is a good spot?
You understand, and nothing needs to be said. You don't understand, it's pointless to explain.
Archons above! Oh, Honorable Knight, please have mercy. Forgive me. I'll confess. I'll confess to everything. I was planning to investigate Mondstadt's dandelion wine, to see if I could find a way to imitate it. I didn't expect you to see right through it from the start. Please, I never actually did anything. It's attempted fraud at worst, right? Tell me it isn't punishable by death. Or is it because you have no intention to try me at all? Which explains why you didn't expose me in the city. You simply chose a location to kill me.
Go.
Spare me, noble... What? Go? I can go? Really?
No more scheming against Mondstadt.
Of course. With you and the maid around, who would dare?
Change your ways and you are welcome to visit Mondstadt again.
Yes, sir. I understand. Goodbye, most honorable honorary knight.
Im Endeffekt.
He really did have ulterior motives. Should we tell Noelle? Let's head back and see how she's doing first.
Grundsätzlich. Das gleiche Ende, wenn man es genau nimmt. Nur, dass er jetzt nicht mit Glücksgefühlen geht, sondern mit, ja. Ja, verbittert. Keine Ahnung. Halb verbittert.
You're back. Eh? Well, how come Mr. Alois isn't with you?
He left.
Left? Already? Left Mondstadt? And I didn't even get around to arranging his accommodations or introducing the wine merchants to him. Oh, I must have been negligent in some way. Did I leave him with a bad impression of Mondstadt? Why else would he have left without a farewell? Oh, I couldn't even handle this smallest of tasks.
He had to get back. It had nothing to do with you.
You're just trying to make me feel better. Thank you, but I must have done something wrong. Our visitor would never have left in such a hurry. How can I ever become a real Knight of Favonius like this?
Das ist das Sad Ending für Noelle zumindest. A cold reception. Not every attempt at passionate hospitality is given perfect closure. Mhm. Bap, 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 bap. So. Da bin ich auch fertig. Jo. Ah, wieder hier starten. Okay, was muss ich jetzt noch ändern? Beziehungsweise muss ich jetzt noch ändern?
Is that the honorary knight? Hello?
Okay, jetzt bin ich verwirrt.
I finally get to meet you, honorary. I'm Noelle, a maid of the...
Naja.
Paul, as a maid, and
Civil
yes,
training.
I even asked the spark.
Into
Actually,
working
I
out,
was
ja.
worried that I've seen you on. I just finished it.
Of course, where do you want to start? Okay, wir wollen diesmal, glaube ich, komplett eine Pause machen, ohne irgendwie aufkommen. Of course, where do you want to start?
I'd like to get your opinion on something as a senior knight. I've been keeping up with my maid,
Ja.
but training progress has been a little slow.
Nightly
You
exercises.
know, just basic strength and endurance training. 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and running 2 laps around Mondstadt as a morning routine.
Mehr als die meisten anderen machen.
I'm actually incredibly busy every day. It's just that I always feel like something's missing.
What do you lack a strength?
Strength? But I think I'm pretty strong. Well, after he got drunk, I carried Mr. Bruce back to the Knights of Favonius headquarters myself. I also carried the library's new bookshelves over from Springvale. Even Mr. Huffman said I'm strong.
Can you show me?
Of course. Oh, however, even though it's only training, I can't raise my sword against the honorary knight. Oh, I've got it. Let's go to the training ground at the Knights of Favonius headquarters. There should be some training dummies there.
Okay. Hab einen dritten Weg gefunden. War doch einfacher als gedacht. Ba, 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 Baby Bell. Wie komme ich jetzt darauf? Keine Ahnung. Hallo Ellen.
Hi, Noelle. Are you here for the training too? Oh, our honorary knight has come too.
Hi, Ellen. I was just asking the honorary knight for training advice. They want to see my basic skills first. Do you still have spare training dummies here?
Oh, Noelle's basic skills, huh? Then the normal dummies won't do. Doesn't matter how we set them up, there'll be nothing left by the time Noelle's done with them.
Nothing left.
It is Noelle, after all. Let me think. How should I arrange them? Ah, I've got it. One moment. This will work much better for Noelle.
Really? This won't be too difficult for her?
Could be a problem. There sure are a lot.
Right, surely it's too much.
Huh. It'll certainly require one heck of a cleanup.
Why is Noelle? Is she planning to destroy them all in one go?
Oh. Oh, wir dürfen mal den Charakter auch spielen.
What a pity. So close. Wanna try again? what a pity. So close. Wanna try again?
Ich habe keinen Burst Up, wie soll das funktionieren?
What a pity. So close. Wanna try again? What a pity. So close. Wanna try again?
Äh,
Go Noelle! You can do it!
Steady as stone.
What a pity. So close. Wanna try again?
She really got all of them.
okay.
Finally, clean up over.
Such incredible strength.
You're too kind. Praise from the honorary knight is high praise indeed. But sadly, I'm afraid that my strength is the only thing I truly am confident in. Every time I train and compete with the knights, I can't figure out how to use it. Even though I swing my blade with greater force than my opponent, I always seem to lose in the final moments. No matter how hard I train, I can never pass the selection trials. Oh, why? I just can't figure it out.
Is it because you lack real-world fighting experience?
Real-world fighting experience?
Well, you rarely leave Mondstadt for training, right?
I guess that's true. After all, if I were to leave the city, I wouldn't be there when people needed me. But you're right. I haven't had much real-world fighting experience.
You
Where
could
can I
start.
get some?
You could start by training in the areas around Mondstadt.
Areas around Mondstadt. Slimes. Leave them to me.
Okay. Ich würde mal nur so aus Interesse, würde ich mal interessieren. Was habe ich eigentlich nur L für ein Z momentan angelegt? Moment, ich mache mich jetzt mal was Interessantes. Gleich mal was testen. Gib mir das, aber gib mir statt Ito. Ah, nur L ist Level 80. Okay. Also fehlt dir da noch ein bisschen. Ah, halt, wo sind ihre Talents denn? Ja gut, ihre Autos sind nur auf Level 6. Aber warte mal, ihr Burst ist doch das, was im Endeffekt Burst Damage, Skill Damage, Attack Bonus, Ration. These attack that scales based on her defense. Okay. Sie hat ein komplettes lila Set. Okay, das heißt... Ja gut, das war das Ding. Attack und Defense. Ja, White Blind ist an sich nicht schlecht, aber das Problem ist halt, man muss erst angreifen und dann den Burst aktivieren. Das ist halt ein bisschen umständlich. Machen wir mal so. Und hast of Brilliant Dreams. Zack. 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 Okay, da hat er was anderes. Zack. Geo Damage Bonus. Geo da. Machen wir mal so. Ich drehe jetzt auch mal aus Juxendollerei das komplette Set von Dingens. So. Crit Rate 42%. Crit Damage 261%. Okay, das Problem ist, was ich gerade sehe, Ito hatte Crit Rate als Ascension, deswegen hat sie jetzt relativ geringe Crit Rate. Ich könnte, ja gut, ich könnte sie halt auf 70, nicht ganz 70, ja, sagen wir mal 63, doch 70, ich könnte sie auf 70 pushen und dafür halt nur auf 200 Crit Damage runterrasen lassen. Wenn ich ein anderes Crit Piece geben würde, also ein Crit Rate Piece. C6 kann ich theoretisch. Natürlich kann ich nicht. Kriege ich wohl noch. Egal, okay. Gehen wir davon aus, dass ich erstmal nur 6 habe. Und sie ist eh nur Level 80, von daher passt das. Ich würde mich interessieren, wie viel Damage sie jetzt ungefähr bekommen, raushauen würde damit. Moment. Das hau ich jetzt mal so zwischendurch rein. Moment. Inazuma. Hier hinten ist er. Das wird eventuell echt mal interessant zu gucken. Die Healings gelten ja auch von ihrer Defense. Also nicht, dass ich jetzt Duell wirklich spielen würde deswegen, aber so rein aus Prinzip mal testen, das ist doch ganz nett vielleicht. Zack. Oh, der Burst ist so gehabt, das ist gut. Ja, ja. Mit der Gänsen. Ja, ja. Ja, hier, schau wie Spa. Ja.
As a good knight should. I must leave no stone unturned.
20k. 22k. 23. Zack. Joa. Sie hat ein kleines Problem mit dem Burst Uptime, glaube ich. Zack. Ja, sie hat echt Burst Uptime Probleme. Also grundsätzlich. Oh, ja, das wollte ich jetzt nicht. Gut.
Time to clean up.
Scheiße. Das ist blöd. Ja, ja, ja. Du sollst doch jetzt nicht sterben. Weiß ich. Okay, sie selber generiert halt eigentlich gar nichts. Okay.
Someone needs assistance.
Na komm, gib ihr. Zack. Ach komm, jetzt heil dich doch.
Burst forth.
As a dutiful maid would.
22k. Joa. Oh, 46. Das kriegt die Tour auch nicht hin. Ach, das war... Ah, okay, das war aber ihr... Das war ihr Schild. Okay. Das war dieser Schaden, der kommt, wenn der Schild zerstört wird. Genau.
Someone needs assistance.
Okay, aber okay. Sie kommt auf 2/3 des Schadens wie Ito. Und das, obwohl sie nicht mehr auf Level 90 ist und das Talentding für Basics auch nicht voll gepusht ist. Plus der Burst. Oh, sie könnte fast, ja gut, sie könnte fast echt an den gleichen Damage Output wie Ito kommen. Nur mit weniger Crit Rate. Ah, okay. Gut. Dann ändere ich das auch wieder um. Friends. Nein, nicht Friends. Party Setup. Dö. Ito. Beziehungsweise sie war noch angeschlagen, oder? Die war nicht voll aufgehalten. Ne, war sie nicht. Okay. Na, Statue of 7. Zack. Na? Gut. Party Setup. Noel durch Ito-Line. Dann wieder das Team. Und dann Artifacts. Bitte schnell einfach alles, was sie hatte. Zack. 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 Geodamage. Und alle Sets. Und den. Also ja, wo das Attack drauf hat, relativ viel. 7% Crit Rate. 12 Crit Damage. Und 10 Defense. Crit Rate 4. Crit Damage bleibt gleich. Attack und Defense. Wie viel Crit Rate hat Ito? Sind 4% weniger. Achso, Waffe. Ich wollte gerade sagen, irgendwas ist noch falsch. So. Ich könnte ihm 4% weniger geben. Dafür könnte ich ihm mehr Defense und mehr Attack geben. Geht das richtig? Jetzt auf Damage wieder packe. Crit Rate sind 4,3 weniger. Dafür kriegt er Attack dazu. Na gut, er verliert ein bisschen Defense. Crit Damage 12,4, kriegt er Crit Rate dazu. Crit Damage verliert er auch ein bisschen. Na gut, er kriegt Defense und Damage dazu. Was sagt er? Du bist gerade. Ja, na gut, du verlierst wieder ein bisschen Crit Damage. Aber ansonsten kriegst du eine höhere Crit Rate. Das tut sich jetzt, glaube ich, nicht so viel bei den beiden. Ich glaube, für Ito. Ja gut, für Ito ist es halt weniger Kritten dafür, aber halt, wenn er krittet, wieder mehr Damage an sich. Okay. Egal, Monster. So, weiter nur Elsa ihre Quest. Ich weiß, das war jetzt eigentlich nicht fürs Hangout quasi gedacht, aber das wollte ich jetzt trotzdem wissen. What? Wir reden wieder über irgendwas. Zack. Irgendwas ist hier. Was ist hier? Zack.
Yahoo! I'll protect us.
Hä? Also hier. Oh, ihr zwei kleinen Süßen. Wenn ich jetzt eh schon hier bin, kann ich mir das Erz noch holen. Zack. Ist zwar nicht viel, aber ein bisschen was. Und euch kann ich auch noch gleich was machen. Ich weiß aber mittlerweile, dass ihr die ehemaligen Bewohner von Kanria seid, aber ja. Hier, wie heißt er? Dein Slave hat auch gesagt, dass ihr nicht mehr menschlich seid. Von daher keine Barmen haben. Oh fuck.
Here we are. Let's start with Dio Slimes.
Trägt sie jetzt eigentlich? Warte mal, die Waffe. Moment. Ist das meine Version der Waffe? Elemental Burst Damage auf 20%. Was ist das für ein dummes Set für sie? Dann ist das nicht meine Waffe. Okay. Wollte mich gerade sagen, hä? Wieso sollte ich ihre Waffe auf so wenig setzen? Bam, 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 bam. Dauert doch überhaupt nicht lang.
Piece of cake. Noelle's got moves.
Ja, Challenge complete. Zack. Ich überlege gerade, ganz am Anfang damals habe ich sie ja nicht gespielt, weil ich fand, Claymore-Nutzer sind für mich damals Supports gewesen. Ja, da habe ich halt gedacht, weil die meisten APGs irgendwie Zweihänder so supportmäßig waren. Aber hier habe ich sie im Team gehabt für eine Weile, das weiß ich. Das weiß ich noch.
I'll catch up.
Hä?
Huh? There are Dendro Slimes hiding here.
Ja, toll, das bringt doch gar nichts. Krieg ich doch gar nicht raus jetzt.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Hä? Wie soll ich denn die kriegen?
That looked a bit tough for Noelle. Perhaps dendro slimes aren't her forte. Still, avoiding unfavorable battles is a big part of combat strategy.
I see. Noted.
Ah, so, okay, das war gewollt. Ich wollte mir gerade sagen, hä? Die kriegt doch nur mit Pyro rausgelockt. Oder mit ganz viel Glück mit, hier, Ayatos Hydrolingern. Wenn ich den Rücken zudrehe.
The next target is an Eye of the Storm?
Ja. Wenn ich einen Burst abgehabt hätte, dann eventuell.
No! The Eye of the Storm is getting away! It was too far up in the air. I couldn't get to it.
Okay, es ist so gewollt.
If only Amber or Miss Lisa were here. No, I can't think like that. As a knight, I must rely on my own strength.
If it were me just now, I would have gone to Amber or Lisa for help.
Huh? But...
Also, it is precisely because the power of a single knight is limited that the Knights of Favonius was formed, don't you think?
That makes sense. If only I'd fought together with you just now.
Hätte auch nichts
The
gebracht.
camaraderie and solidarity of its members form the backbone of the Knights of Favonius. So that's what Article 8 of the Knights of Favonius Handbook really means. I never looked at it that way before.
Well, why don't you choose to find a training target?
Me? You think I can choose a suitable target?
Choosing an appropriate enemy is also a part of your training.
Really? Let me think. I should avoid enemies that I find difficult and consider the power of teamwork. Ah, I've got it. I heard from Master Jean that there was a hilly trail camp nearby that often attacks traveling merchants. Even though driving away hilly trails is usually something for the knights, maybe this time I can do it.
Let's do it together.
Great. You and me.
Hab ich dann Teleporter? Nein. Keiner, der schneller gehen würde als in Rennen. Auch von hier oben sieht doch eigentlich der Valens Rückzugsort ganz nett aus. Das stört mich irgendwie. Also, ich würde erwarten, dass ein fetter Drache wie die Valen halt auch irgendwie dann irgendwo liegt, wo ich ihn streicheln gehen könnte oder so. Ich meine, wahrscheinlich kommt das dann irgendwo da oben oder so, aber trotzdem.
Noelle! Noelle!
Who's that?
Albert?
I need to help.
Let's play.
Wieso habe ich einen Trial?
Dance.
I don't want any trial character. Zack. Okay, die Zahlen sind traurig.
Here we go.
So, hallo Henning.
Thank the Animo Archon. Finally, I'm saved. And thanks to Noelle and the Honorary Knight, too. If it hadn't been for you two, I can't imagine what would have happened.
Just glad you're okay.
You guys are here to save me, right?
We were training nearby and happened to hear you calling my name. Luckily, we got here just in time.
We were quite far away. Would you really recognize Noelle from that distance?
I think I wanted to say help or Barbados protect me or something to that effect. I didn't even realize that I'd called out Noelle's name instead.
What?
I guess in Mondstadt we're just so used to calling Noelle's name when we're in trouble.
Sounds like you're a little too dependent on her.
Oh, it's fine. It's an honor to be able to help everyone. Not to mention, I might not have registered Henning's cry if that weren't the case. Still, good thing the hilly churls we encountered weren't too fierce. Thankfully, I was able to handle them.
Huh? Not too fierce? I was so scared I couldn't even move my legs.
You've gotten stronger.
Really? I just did what I usually do.
This wasn't training, we were trying to protect someone.
Ah, I guess so. I did have my mind set on not letting Henning get hurt. So if my intention is different, it can have a big effect on the outcome.
It's because protecting others is the source of your strength.
You know, I think you're right. Whenever Noelle is helping us out, she's usually more powerful than in training.
This is no reason for you to rely on her sword.
Absolutely. No more of that. In any case, I'm extremely grateful to you both.
No problem. Merely fulfilling my duties as a maid of Favonius. Maid Noelle of the Knights of Favonius at your service.
Ach, das ist schon das Ende? Okay. A defender's will is their strength. Strength exists to defend others. Mhm. So, wo ist das letzte Ende dann? Muss doch das letzte sein, oder? Ja. Okay. Training Ground. Wo ist der Unterschied zum letzten Mal? Jetzt wird es interessant. Hui. Soweit.
Hi, Noelle. Hi,
Ja, ja.
Ellen. They want to see my basic. Do
Kennen die
you
alle
still have
schon?
spare train?
Oh, it doesn't matter how we set them up.
Nothing
It
left.
is Noelle.
Klar.
I've got. This will work much better for Noelle.
Really just won't be difficult for her.
Hmm.
Bla bla. Right, surely it's so much, blah.
Why is Noelle? Is she planning to destroy them all in one go? She really...
Okay.
Finally, clean up over.
Such incredible strength.
You're too kind. Praise from the honorary knight is high praise indeed. But sadly, I'm afraid that every time I train and even though I swing, no matter how hard I... Oh, why?
Because you still need more strength.
More... strength? But of course... Oh, compared to the honorary knight, who defeated Storm Terror, I don't have nearly enough strength.
Das meine ich jetzt nicht.
Please teach me, honorary knight. How do you normally train?
I use my sword for mining all over Teyvat.
Mining? You use your sword for mining? Oh, well then again, mining builds arm strength. And then there's the hiking between ore veins. Perhaps even a monster or two to fight along the way. Oh, so this is the honorary knight's training method, right? I must try it.
Prepare yourself. Mining isn't as easy as you think.
No problem. Leave it to me.
Okay, das ist jetzt der Switch in der
So
Route.
we're really about to go mining? You two are something else. Fine, let's go practice on some nearby outcrops.
Okay. Natürlich irgendein Ort, wo natürlich kein Teleporter in der Nähe ist. Typisch. Zack. Es hat so ein bisschen was von Twilight Princess Soundtrack gehabt, dieser Anfang. Wenn ich mich nicht irre. So ein bisschen Ordern aus dem Tutorial. Oh, fuck it.
This is it. Let's clear up these outcrops.
Reicht dafür nicht sogar ein Elemental Skill in der Nähe?
I must leave no stone
Das
unturned.
Ding hat ja keine Reichweite. Wow. Null Reichweite.
There are monsters nearby.
Fighting monsters. That's just part of mining, right? Leave it to me.
Paimon heard that rockfalls happen a lot around here. Keep your eyes open.
Ja. Also, wir gehen jetzt einfach hier weiter.
Someone needs assistance.
Zack.
I'll catch up.
Another monster? A
Oh, looks like a tough opponent. I'll try to make this quick and easy.
Noelle, slow down! Rockfalls can happen here!
Sorry.
A rockfall!
What?
Oh, did I cause this?
Maybe. Could just be a coincidence. Wait, is that a Knight of Favonius up ahead?
Belinda. Wieso ist die eine Ritterin und Noelle nicht? Es macht einfach null Sinn. Ich meine, sie kleidet sich richtig, aber trotzdem.
Whoa, what a rockfall!
Ah, Miss Belinda. Is that you?
Is that Noelle? And the honorary knight too?
Are you hurt?
Don't worry, I'm fine. I'd already passed through the rockfall zone on my patrol. There's actually been a lot of rockfalls here lately, but it's the first time I've seen one of such magnitude during my patrols. Did you guys see anything suspicious?
Not at all.
The more I think about it, surely nobody could be responsible for something of this scale. Regardless, this will be difficult to clear. There are ore veins rich in reserves here, all blocked behind the boulders.
Did you say ore veins?
Alright.
Yeah, I'll need to enlist some folks to clear this up quickly. Otherwise, how will we ever get to the ore?
The ore.
Or
So, once the boulders are out of the way, mining can start up again?
Precisely, but a rockfall of this magnitude needs reporting to the Knights first.
Leave it to me. I think I can handle this.
Huh?
okay. Moment.
Steady as stone.
Pew 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 pew
She
pew.
smashed the boulders to pieces. Look out! A stone-eyed lava churl!
Stonehide Law Churl! This must be the culprit behind the recent rockfalls. I'll call for reinforcements.
It's a lot bigger than me, but I should have the upper hand when it comes to strength. We'll be one step closer to mining once I've taken care of it. Leave it to me.
Das ist Bullshit. Der lebt.
Leave no stone unturned.
Und ich krieg halt nicht genug Energie zusammen für den Burst. Oh Mann.
That was intense. Finally, a chance to catch our breath. Noelle?
1, 2, 3, 4. Still so many training targets.
More enemies? Where?
Ja, die ist nicht mal arbeitswillig und zielorientiert.
Job done.
So, the training targets were just mining outcrops.
Are you guys okay? Noelle, you're okay, right?
Oh, I'm okay. Though I must say, my shoulders are sorer than usual. Compared to my normal cleaning duties, that is.
Is cleaning up for the night that intense?
I'm ashamed to admit that, even though we try and get Noelle to take it easy, every time we get back from somewhere, she somehow single-handedly managed to clean the entire Knights of Favonius headquarters.
Oh, all in a day's work for a maid of Favonius. If I want to become a knight, I need to take all aspects of training seriously. So, honorary knight? The ore mining training? How did I do?
Your strength blew me away.
Really? So under your personal guidance I completed the training? Oh, what an honor. Next time, let's mine together.
A maid of strength and virtue. Aha, just a bunch of rocks. Und der andere Typ ist jetzt Hillichholfotter geworden. Gut. Dann waren das vom ersten Akt jetzt alle Noel-Sachen. Ey, ein Wochenende mit nur 2 Tagen. 2 pro Tag, ja. 6 Stunden oder so aufgenommen. Wait a sec. Könnte ich jetzt sogar... Nee, könnte ich nicht. Ich brauche ein lila Buch, glaube ich, oder? Hätte ich auch nicht genug für alles. Okay. Also wir hatten das Dating-Gedöns, wir hatten das Training und wir hatten Helfen. Joa. Und wie heißt der zweite Teil? Locked. Ach, ich konnte den zweiten Akt bis heute nicht kaufen. Interessant. Wenn Store Key und to unlock nightly, ja. Story Key. Aber nicht jetzt anfangen. Hey, ich kann wieder Dinger claimen. Ja, 6 von 12, bla 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 bla. Gut, dass die aktuelleren alle nur 5 haben. Und die Jungen auch nur 5. Wobei, das muss nichts heißen, bei Barbara war es auch länger. Barbara hat, glaube ich, von allen am längsten gedauert. Trotz nur 5 Enden. Aber gut, wir haben es jetzt, wir haben es 10 Uhr. Ich mache auf jeden Fall jetzt den Cut für Noel Akt 1 und dann mal gucken, ob ich noch gleich eine Runde weiter aufnehme mit Noel Akt 2. Den habe ich, boah, ja gut. 4, 5, 6. Dann habe ich fast die Hälfte geschafft von allem, was ich hier habe. Gut. Aber bevor ich irgendwas anderes mache, in der Summe. Wupp. Mache ich den jetzt noch eine Aufnahme? Ach komm, mache ich jetzt noch eine Aufnahme eben schnell. Dann sehen wir den auch nochmal, den Jungen. Ich glaube, einer der Bosse, die ich am wenigsten bisher gemacht habe. Warum auch immer. Ei, Wasser, Dingens, Bumsen.
Let's play.
Be still.
Zack. Thunder Manifestation, Raging Thunder auf Amakumo Peak. Wie ist nochmal der Hydroboss davon?
Yahoo!
Der hat auch einen Namen, das weiß ich. Also ich mache schon AOE Schaden und trotzdem treffe ich das Ding nicht immer.
Let's play.
Stabilize.
Ready, steady, go!
Falscher Charakter.
Order guide you.
Egal, hat auch gut Schaden gemacht. Dab, 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 dab.
I'll protect us.
Joa. War jetzt irgendwie... Touch of Crowns. Ja, natürlich nur 2. Ich brauche 3. Ja, weil ich jetzt nämlich nur 3 habe und ich brauche 4. Oh. Ich tue Damage Bonus. Ich kriege jetzt heute Abend keine 40 mehr voll. Okay. Und ab morgen sind wir die Weekly-Bosse aktiv und dann habe ich das Event. Ist ja ekelhaft. Wäre halt cool, wenn man irgendwie die Boss-Items umtauschen könnte. Wenn's krass. War schon immer hier oben so, dass man quasi nichts mehr sehen konnte drumherum. Und ich war der Meinung, dass eigentlich da unten der Teleporter war. Der ist auf einer Fluginsel, der ist auf einer Fluginsel. Damals war der aber hier unten. Ich bin mir eigentlich sicher. Gut, Mondstadt. Ja, mal gucken. Viertel vor. Stunde einhalb. Dann haben wir es Viertel nach 11. Ja. Mal gucken, ob ich noch eine weitere mache. Ich meine, was Besseres zu tun habe ich jetzt eh nicht, von daher kann ich es eigentlich machen. Den sage ich euch trotzdem jetzt für Noels ersten Akt ciao und bis dann.